on tonight's, the night of our recording, is the 19th anniversary of the first Ring of Honor show.
Incredible.
Who would have thunk it?
Happy birthday. We encourage Ring of Honor to get its driver's license, to register to vote, to do all that stuff. It's 19 years. I remember being in computer lab in high school, reading about Ring of Honor and about these wrestlers that I knew. AJ Styles, kind of. I knew that name, but I had heard about this Bryan Danielson guy, and I heard he was trained by Shawn Michaels and Christopher Daniels. I heard about here and there. I was getting excited about him.
Well, and Eddie Guerrero.
Right.
And Super Crazy.
Super Crazy and Amazing Red. And in the main event, too, Low Key. Low Key was a guy that he was one of these guys where if you were quote unquote smart at the time, he was pegged by a lot of people to be the next big thing, and certainly he'd become the first Ring of Honor champion. But I mean, you look at those names. Bryan Danielson's headline to WrestleMania. Christopher Daniels still going after all these years at the top of different pay-per-views. Just incredible.
Yeah, I was there as a fan. I was friends with Doug Gentry, and so I was aware of the show. And it was myself, Mike G. I think there was a third person with us. I can't remember. And at the Little Murphy Rec Center, you were never in there.
Never made it, no.
Well, you didn't miss much. God forbid you had a bathroom situation.
Yeah, okay.
Because there was only one bathroom in the whole place.
Really?
Sort of like that horrible place in Nashville.
Oh, the fairgrounds? Or
Well, the one... I think they tore it down.
the old fairgrounds, yeah.
Yeah. At least they had a men's room and a ladies' room.
So there's two at least.
This just had one bathroom.
or the Baltimore soccer.
Oh, that was bad too.
Yeah, you'd have to go out into the concourse and no privacy. But
Yeah. This was the worst. But yeah, I was there. It's hard to believe 19 years has gone by. It's crazy.
yeah. Jay Briscoe on that very first card, still was Ring of Honor. Mark was too young to wrestle. He was 17.
Right.
And Jay was actually in the first match that had a result. The Christopher Street Connection and the Hit Squad.
Yeah, that was the opening bout.
Yeah, I got kind of thrown out. Ring of Honor doesn't really count that one. Jay Briscoe is the
Okay.
Jay's technically in the first bout against Amazing Red.
So what? Ring of Honor just doesn't want to recognize the other one?
Yeah, there's Okay. Let's just leave it at that. There's some things over the years when companies evolve and get new information.
It's revisionist history.
Revisionist history. At the same time, it's probably for the better.
Right.
You learn that words make people feel not so great. And,
Gotcha.
And there were some things involved in that match that probably would make people feel not so great anymore. So
It took my 64-year-old brain a little while to, but we'll tell the people out there at Christopher Street Connection.
Right.
It was a legitimate couple.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always wanted to bring them, even in the new Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring them back.
Yeah.
They would wrestle occasionally, and it was political. They were.
Was that Buff E and I'm blanking on the other
I forget their names.
Yeah.
Nice guys, you know, and they were good in the ring. But as representing a gay couple and being the bad guys, they would kiss and whatever. And people didn't like that.
Yeah.
So there were some derogatory things said to them.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that not only have times changed and we've had LGBTQ positive athletes and allies like Dalton Castle who proudly have worn the pride flag. But yeah, times thankfully have changed. Past versus present was supposed to happen in 2020. Once we get out of this quarantine kind of bubble pandemic, that would be a fun match to bring them back against maybe another team of the same level, like maybe Ring Crew Express or a team like the Boys, maybe. So a team that had sort of character and do kind of characters versus characters.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I always like to go back to the well, but nevertheless, it's 19 years and all the trials and tribulations, the ups and the downs. And I saw some nice things online that, people said today, thanking me for whatever, saving the company or keeping it afloat. Well, you're welcome. And but it was I responded to a few of them was that it was everyone chipped in.
Yeah.
And Joe Kopp, it was just we've gone over this before, but it's worth talking about again. Just the idea of the whole thing coming off. And if Jim Cornette didn't know Gary Juster, who knew Joe Kopp,
right.
And I didn't have Jim Cornette in that position.
Yeah.
Because couldn't find a buyer. Just couldn't find a buyer. But we did find a buyer. And 10 years.
I was gonna say
I'm like fading.
no.
I'm like go online and watch the 19. Speaking of 19, we've just referenced 73 or 72 in our poster of the week. Watch the 73 Belmont race with Secretariat.
Okay.
Where he won by so many lengths that the classic.
The horse race shot at the end,
right.
The
There
jockey
were no
for
other
position.
Horses.
Wow.
So anyway, that's me. I'm one of those horses.
Well, what's crazy? Let's put things in perspective. Ring of Honor has been around for 19 years. WCW proper, Ted Turner bought Jim Crockett Promotions in 88. They lasted 88 to 2001.
Okay.
It wasn't renamed WCW until 91. So by whatever measure, Ring of Honor's lasted longer than WCW. ECW officially was 92 to 01, and early 01 at that. So officially, Ring of Honor's been around twice as long as ECW. It's crazy. We've been on television as longer than ECW at this point by a year at this point. Coming in on that milestone, if you consider WCW when they were renamed in 91 to 2001, if you consider those the benchmarks, we'll have been on TV longer than WCW on a national basis. It's kind of crazy. And it's kind of at a time in 2002 where ECW and WCW that didn't look like they'd ever collapse fell, and there was only one game in town.